Good evening, folks. This is ARTICULATION coming today with another quick review. From time to time, I like to get a hold of some of the third-party knockoff versions of characters, and this time we're dabbling back into the MPM series. TF Safari had a sweet deal I couldn't resist for about $41. I found an MPM Jazz, and I'm going to bring it to you here in just a moment. I just want to take a little moment here and say thank you again to my subscribers. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all those things. Really do appreciate you guys taking the time out with me this evening and any other time that you've watched my videos. Let's get this camera turned around and take a look at this MPM version of Jazz. And on the turntable we have none other than the AOYI Mech Silver Phantom Interstellar Series deformation on the side of the box. It's another picture from the front of the box. On the back of the box, on the bottom, you've got the barcode and stuff and things, and a sad kid because he can't play with third-party knockoff adult collectibles. So there is that guy in the box. Let's see what's in the box, guys. Well, do you get in the box? You get these instructions that are pretty clear as mud as you keep going back through here, and it has several pages of flip this here, do that there, but they're not really specifying exactly which parts. It's kind of just in the neighborhood with the arrows, as you can see there, and you keep going through and it keeps deforming, and you kind of get it in these positions and you still get like an arrow here, arrow there. You got to look really hard to see some of this, and you get there in about 27 steps to that Pontiac Stultus mode. And this is just, I want to go back into my discussion as we keep moving closer and closer into this new Rise of the Beast movie, because this would have been a better Mirage than a Jazz, in my opinion, even though this is based off of Jazz, off of live action movie #1. And for a deformation knock off of the original, I mean, this stuff is really nicely well packed. Let's get him out of this plastic clamshell. In the spirit of preserving this nice knockoff, I'm going to open it like a clamshell like this, and it's got more plastic. That they do a good job of keeping things together. So this is going to be, you know, what we used to have versus our cardboard or plastic-free packaging these days. What can I say? It's a lost art. And as you peel back the plastic, you can see the figure has it throughout, and trying to keep it as nice as possible. You got a sandwich with cube, kind of like in here, like there. You got the spine part that'll come off later, and you got his blaster there in the bottom, and the figure itself looks pretty impressive upon the first take and first reaction there. So there is that, and the legs are kind of squished in right here, so I'm going to clean this up real quick. And while I'm sure I got this all, you know, out of proportion here, he still can bust that one sheet where he's like, you know, planting his hand and getting ready to kick some Decepticon butt pose right there. And after doing a little bit of research, looking up, make sure I got all these parts all nice and folded up the way that's supposed to be on this guy. This guy is quite impressive for a third-party knockoff. As you can see, that's that box in the background. And what I did here was I double-checked things, and that's the way he looks here. He's actually got blue crystals there, but that looks nappy. And I also added one of those nice Autobot symbols. Thanks again to Show Z-Store for providing these little guys, and that little thing that works for the itty bitty fellas inside of the New Age stuff actually worked really good right here in this case. And as you can see the Autobot symbol there on his head now, and it's in color. I think that looks so much better than just plain old silver and black and all that. Let's see if I can get this thing to free. There we go. We're gonna flip that visor out. And a particular note, you can see it's also blue along with the eyes there, but you can't really see it when everything's closed up. But this looks way better with the visor over his eyes. These Bay designs, I swear. But the one thing that's done really good is that it's got stuff picked out with the nice paints and whatnot. This silver just is beautiful throughout. There's a look down, top down at the details. Look at that. It's just awesome. Looks like I might have a little bit of paint wear or something there. Like I said, it is a KO third party. And well, you can see it right there in the box in the background. But all the articulation is the same on this guy as if you watch other video reviewers. They got some stuff. He doesn't have the wrist swivel, but I do believe these Windows are way more tint to like almost a black professional. We'll check that out whenever we get it into car mode. I just love how everything's picked out, and it's got paint like readily applied. And these are not red like I saw in MGo's video when I watched the transformation video, because this guy is kind of involved and perplexed. He's got the same dislocate, the feature right there is the button you can push to dislocate, but I'm not doing this to Jazz. And there it is picked out on the back. I think, yeah, oh, that's nicely painted there. And we got some clear plastic that goes there, and you can have these up or down, but this is the way in the video I saw. And it's got some butt spikes back here that the attention to detail in this is just top notch. I mean, look at that throughout, picked out right there, nicely done. The one thing I had to do to this guy was shave a little flashings off of this. The two tabs here is for transformation when you go back to car mode, and there was a little bit right there on the, you can see where I had to take the exact, knock the exact 0 and just get that off of there. But for the most part, I think this looks amazing, guys. I really do like this darker color here. From what I saw in his video, it was like a lighter color or whatnot, and just wow, this is amazing. I keep messing these spikes. I might just keep them flush just for sake of things and whatnot. So you got all that stuff, and then if you need to move legs up, you can go up that far, you can go back this far. It's got double knees, got a little bit of, I thought you had some ankle tillage, but now that I got it properly transformed, I don't think it's going to do that, because it all tabs and locks in securely. Look at the detail on that leg. It just looks awesome. Really can't believe this is here in front of me. It's actually been here for a while, but I actually got it open and get it out, and I've been pretty bad for not getting stuff done. You can close. These all are articulating fingers. It just doesn't have any wrist swivel. It doesn't matter though. You can fit in over the gun. I'm not probably going to do that because you can't really put the gun in any kind of storage whenever it's in vehicle mode. But very, very nice all the same. Really tickled with what I've got here, and I just love that little Shozy Store sticker that is meant for the new age figures. It actually works well here, and I think gives this a lot more character there. And then that's supposed to be on down like that, not so way up, but boom. Now it looks like an angry pig in the chest, and I can't stop not seeing that since MGo pointed that out in his just transform it thing. Take a look around there. Boom. This guy is just awesome and solid. I need to pick up that ratchet and then complete my Autobot cast. I just really just not interested in spending any more, especially since I found this for cheaper. I will put the link down in the description there, where you can get that at TF Safari. All right, guys, let's get this guy transformed in 3, 2, 1, and MGo was totally correct. You can get him in his breakdance pose with no other support needed. So, and while my angle's not as pretty as his, there you go. All right, now into his car mode. And 3, 2, 1, and I gotta say, guys, this vehicle mode does not disappoint. Being it's a Pontiac Pontiac Solstice and not a Porsche. Anyway, this thing is awesome. I get tongue twisted sometimes, and I just might as well fall in it. I do like the coloration throughout. What I absolutely adore versus the original release is that these are very dark tinted. Even the headlights are even darker than the original release. Boom. That's where I guess it pays. And especially since I got this for way cheaper, even that's darker. This thing is so flippin' sweet. It rolls extremely well, it's extremely detailed. This is what the undercarriage will look like when you get it all in there, tucked in the right way. And there again, they did a heck of a great job picking this thing out. And if this is just a factory defect or whatever due to the little bit of stuff I had to like shave back off of this, I'm good with this. This was, like I said, way cheaper. Here's your head-on look there. Back over here. Just look at that paint, man. This thing is so top-notch. I need to get like a repo label, I guess, and pop it on there. they got one of Jazz. I hadn't even checked to see or to look or what have you. But these mirrors do pop off is the only little bad thing, point of contention. I think it was even also with the original release that I'm sure you could just take you some super glue and put that on there, but I don't want to freeze up that joint, and I might go back and actually trim up that little bit of that. But I mean, this thing is way wicked awesome. Moving into some final thoughts here. If you're not above, you know, picking up a third party or however this is, a 4-party or whatnot, if you're not afraid of doing this, this is top quality, very nice. Even more so in my opinion, with the tinted windows, this is better than the original release of MPM-9. And for, I think it was like $139. I looked it up before I started this, and I can't believe people are paying $139 for this. That awful Shia LaBeouf one figure running with the Allspark, that little spaghetti back guts that he has, and his shielded blaster gun that just kind of fits over those little pointy arms. This thing is it's sweet in both modes. Getting there is a little bit tricky, can be a little bit frustrating, but like I said, I used MGO's Just Transform It and kind of just was able to pause and look and see how the things move and switch and kebab. And you got to watch out for a little bit of there's a peg hole there when you go to transform it, and then there's some pegs back here in the back that you need to be well aware of in order to get things just nice and flush. And then if you get all that tucked away in there, I mean, this is awesome. I just love how this paint works. It just gleams, and they even managed to get the little bit of detail there on that. And it's not as clean. I'm okay with it because this thing is awesome. So that's about going to do it for this version of Jazz, or the Silver Phantom Interstellar series figure from AOYI Mech. This is an awesome model of the MPM-9. It'll be my MPM-9 moving forward. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and all the things down below. And you guys have an excellent week out there. And I'll probably do another discussion with the Jazz Mirage thing as we get closer into Rise of the Beast. Highly recommend this. Thanks again for watching my channel. Have a great week out there, everybody.